Hi everyone and welcome back to DeFi Daily, the channel where every day we talk about DeFi, going through different analysis, tutorials and news. Today we're going to talk about Abracadabra again in order to make sense on how does it work, the repay feature. Because what I noticed is that this feature is quite tricky and many of you were asking on how does it work and what to have to pay attention in order not to lose money on gas fees and in order to be able to retrieve your whole capital, your whole funds from the platform. Before to start, I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel. All you have to do is just to press the subscribe button. If you want to also receive a notification on your device every time I post a new video, just press the ring bell button. Please leave me also a big thumbs up in order to help me reach more people and grow the channel. That's really just a small action, but really means a lot to me. And also it can help many other people to discover contents and learn more about DeFi. Remember also that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as a financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that could be great, but please do always your own research first. Okay, we can jump into the Abracadabra Money platform. We will see how does it work, the repay feature, through the Avalanche blockchain, for the only reason that is the ones that I have tried and because it has less fees compared, for example, on Ethereum. Remember that today we will not go through a whole tutorial of Abracadabra Money. If you want to know more about Abracadabra Money, that is one of the hottest platforms in the whole DeFi ecosystem, and this is something that I highly encourage you to do. I will leave you also the link in the right corner here in order to give you the possibility to know more about this incredible platform. So remember that everything we will see right now is available for all the different chains and the process is exactly the same. Let's suppose that you have borrowed some MIM, for example, against wMEMO. And I made also a complete tutorial also on how to borrow MIM in order to maximize your gains from $1 mining through this feature, the wMEMO on Abracadabra, and I will leave you also the link in the right corner here. Once you have borrowed and you decide to repay and to close your position, you have to go here on repay. You have two different options. First option, if you have already some MIM into your wallet, you have just to come here, type the amount of MIM that you have to repay and confirm the transaction. If you have some MIM and if you have an open position, here where is written nothing to do, you will have a button in order to confirm the transaction. You can also choose to set the amount of wMEMO or any other collateral you have used on the platform. Just go here or press max. You will have the opportunity to remove this kind of collateral using your MIM as a repayment method. The problem is that if you, in the moment when you were borrowing, you used the leverage feature, that is this one here. For example, you decided to repeat the cycle of using the MIM that you have just borrowed in order to reinvest them with a cycle of 5 times, 10 times or whatever. In this case, at the end of the process, you will not have anymore enough MIM in order to repay your debt. And if it is the case, you have to use the deleverage feature. Remember that you will be able to see the deleverage feature only in the case if you were using the leverage feature. If it's not the case, this feature will be simply hidden and you will not be able to see it. In order to use it, you have to choose the amount of MIM that you want to repay. Let's say in this case that I have borrowed 1 MIM. And you have to use a flash repay. What does it mean, a flash repay? It means that the system, the protocol, is taking a loan, so is borrowing some MIM in order to be able to repay your MIM that you have just borrowed. And at the same time is using the wMEMO that you will receive in order to repay the flash loan. So the flash loan just means a loan that it will be extinguished, will be repaid exactly at the same time in the same transaction when it is being opened. Pay attention that in the moment when you are using a flash loan feature, it means that also the fees that you are gonna pay are higher than what you are used to pay in the moment when you repay the transaction, you repay your borrow just through this feature. So always pay attention on it. Yes, on Avalanche, fees are quite low, but on the other side, if you're using blockchains like Ethereum that has a higher gas fees, it means that you have to pay attention on it and always check how much you would pay if you use this kind of feature. So in the moment when you choose the amount to deleverage, just press the flash repay. Pay attention that, like in this case, I'm not able to repay the position, and the problem is related to the swap tolerance. If you are pressing, if you are pushing the flash repay and nothing is happening, try to change the swap tolerance. For example, in this case, just moving the swap tolerance from 1% to 3% and then confirming the flash repay, the feature will start working. Pay attention that even if you are using a flash loan repayment, it could happen, this is something that is just happening to me a moment ago when I was trying to use this feature, is that even if you are repaying your debt, some leftover still remains inside your MIM borrowed position, and it could happen that you are not able anymore to remove your collateral. For example, let's say that you had inside one wMEMO and you have repaid your MIM that you have just borrowed, and right now you would like to remove your collateral. Even if you are trying just to type the amount that you have, or just press max in case it is available, and try to confirm the transaction, nothing is happening. If it is the case, the easiest way is just to go on Trader Joe. This is what I have done, and swap any token, any coin that you have in the wallet you are using with some MIM. After that, come back on Abracadabra Money and repay your leftovers plus remove your collateral. So don't worry if for some reason you are trying to use this feature and something looks like that it doesn't work. It could happen. All you have to do is just try to find the best workaround. Most of the time, the easiest way is just to go on Trader Joe, for example, in this case, because we are using Abracadabra on Avalanche, but in any other case, you have just to retrieve some MIM through any platform that is allowing you to swap your coin or tokens for some MIM into the blockchain that is interesting to you in that moment. Guys, as always, if you have any kind of question on how Abracadabra Money and more specifically the repayment feature works, don't worry, just ask me in the section below, because that's quite true. This feature is tricky and is not working perfectly. So I really hope that in the next future they will improve it, because right now you are losing much more time than what is due, and many times it doesn't work. So pay attention, especially if you're using Ethereum, because each transaction on Ethereum has a really high cost. So be aware of that and choose the best way accordingly to how much money do you have inside the platform and how much you want to risk, because obviously if you are doing a transaction and something goes wrong, for example, exactly what happened to me on the Avalanche on this case, I tried to repay my position with a flash loan. I paid the transaction cost for that action, but even in that case, I wasn't able to retrieve a whole of my collateral. And if it is the case on Ethereum, it could be quite costly. So maybe sometime it could be safer just going to retrieve some MIM, repay the debt, and using just this feature and not the Deleverage feature through a flash loan. I hope that this overview helped you to better understand how does it work, and I will see you tomorrow with another video. Bye guys.